Stress. It's a word we all use, a feeling we all know, right? But what if I told you that your own body has this incredibly powerful, almost secret system for managing it? In this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on your body's internal alarm system and show you exactly where to find the off switch. Of course you have. I mean, who hasn't? That feeling of being totally overwhelmed, your heart pounding, your mind just buzzing with a million thoughts. It's a universal human experience. And while it feels like total chaos, what's actually happening inside you is this incredibly organized, ancient survival response.
So let's use a really simple analogy to get a handle on this. Think of your nervous system kind of like a car. You've got a gas pedal, that's your sympathetic nervous system, and it revs you up for action. And then you've got a brake pedal, your parasympathetic nervous system, which, you guessed it, slows you down and lets you cruise. The real secret to managing stress is learning how to consciously switch from the gas to the brake.
Okay, so first, let's pop the hood and see what's really going on when that alarm goes off. What even is stress from a biological point of view?
It's not just a feeling in your head. Biologically speaking, stress is your body's response to pretty much anything that knocks it off balance. It doesn't matter if it's a looming deadline or, a real physical threat. Your body just registers it as a disruption to its normal, steady state, a state scientists call homeostasis.
So the body's immediate reaction is to slam on that gas pedal. This is the famous fight or flight response, and it's all driven by that sympathetic nervous system. Your body gets flooded with hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, and it diverts all its energy to the systems you need for an immediate crisis. Your muscles, your heart, your lungs. It's actually an amazing survival tool.
But here's the problem. Our modern lives are packed with stressors that don't just go away after a few minutes. And this is where we really run into trouble, when that internal alarm system gets stuck in the on position and just never shuts off.
A pioneering researcher, Hans Selye, actually mapped this whole process out. First, you've got the alarm stage. That's the initial fight or flight jolt. Now, if the stress keeps going, your body enters the resistance stage, where it's trying its best to adapt and just keep functioning under all that pressure. But it can't do this forever. Eventually, it hits the final stage, exhaustion. And that's when your body's resources are just tapped out.
And this exhaustion phase, it's serious business. We're not just talking about feeling a little tired here. We're talking about a measurable, real toll on your physical and mental health. Chronic stress is a huge risk factor for heart disease. It can wreck your immune system, and it's a major player in conditions like depression and anxiety. Your body's alarm system was built for short sprints, not a never-ending marathon.
Okay, I know, that sounds pretty bleak. But remember that brake pedal we talked about at the beginning? Well, it's time to introduce the hero of our story, a secret superhighway running through your body that acts as the master control for calm. And this is the million-dollar question, isn't it? If your fight or flight system can get stuck in overdrive, how do you intentionally step in and tell your body it's safe to slow down?
Well, the answer lies with the other half of your autonomic nervous system, the parasympathetic side. If fight or flight is your gas pedal, this is your brake. Its whole job is to manage the rest and digest functions, calming your heart, helping with digestion, and getting your body back to that peaceful, balanced state. Now, the main component, the absolute superstar of this calming system, is a single nerve, the vagus nerve. It's the longest nerve in your autonomic nervous system, making it a true biological superhighway.
The name itself is actually a huge clue. Vagus is Latin for wandering, and it was named this because, just like a wanderer, this single nerve travels all throughout your torso, connecting your brainstem all the way down to your gut. It's pretty incredible. So think about it. This one nerve forms a direct communication line between your brain and your most vital organs. It helps regulate your heart rate, it influences your breathing, it controls digestion, it even helps you speak. It really is the ultimate mind-body connection. Okay, now for the most practical, hands-on part of this whole explainer. Because knowing about the vagus nerve is fascinating for sure, but the real power comes from understanding how you can consciously activate it. The tool you need is something you do every single second of every day: breathing. But we're talking about a very specific type of breathing known as diaphragmatic or belly breathing. This technique is all about using your diaphragm, that big dome-shaped muscle that sits right at the base of your lungs.
And trust me, it's way simpler than it sounds. When you breathe in, instead of puffing out your chest like we usually do, you want to focus on contracting your diaphragm.
This pulls it down, which makes space for your lungs to fully inflate and causes your belly to expand outward. That's it. A slow, deep breath that actually moves your belly. So here it is, the final piece of the puzzle. This is what connects your conscious actions, something you can choose to do, directly to your body's totally automated stress response. And this is the crucial point. The simple, physical act of deep belly breathing directly stimulates the vagus nerve, right where it passes through your diaphragm. You are quite literally sending a calming signal right up that superhighway to your brain. And what message does that signal carry? Well, it tells your brain that everything is okay, that the threat has passed. It's basically a direct command to take your foot off the gas, engage that rest and digest system, and just calm down. So let's bring it all back to our car analogy one last time. The state of stress is having your foot jammed on the gas pedal. But by using your breath, you can consciously put your foot on the brake, shifting your entire body into a state of calm. You are the one in the driver's seat. So I'll just leave you with this thought. We often think of stress as something that happens to us, something totally beyond our control. But what if the tool to manage it isn't out there somewhere, but right here? What if the simple, rhythmic act of breathing is the remote control you've always had for your own nervous system?